Hello, and welcome back to the right hand. Uh, we are Reuben Allen. This is your resource to building a bold, sustainable, and client-centered law practice for small law firm owners, solo attorneys. In particular, we cater to minority and women-owned law firms. I'm your host. I'm Greg Copeland. Today we'll be tackling a topic that some people have problems wrapping their brain around. Sometimes it's undervalued. A lot of times it's just flat out ignored in the legal industry, and that's branding and reputation, and building a law firm that people remember. You know, eh, and I'm not talking about your logo or your colors, the website fonts. Uh, those things do matter. What I'm talking about is reputation, your positioning, the emotional imprint that you leave on the clients, colleagues, and your community. And that's kind of what we're going to cover in today's episode. We're going to talk about, what a brand really is in the context of a small or solo law firm. The biggest, we'll talk about the biggest branding mistakes uh, most lawyers make. We'll talk about how to build a brand that's memorable, that's credible, that's referable. And we'll also talk about some things that you can do this week, right now, to start sharpening your brand. So, whether you're trying to stand out in a crowded field or maybe you're finally trying to get consistent referrals, branding's your secret weapon. So let's get into this now. Question. I know I'm going to get what what is a brand? Like really, what is a brand? What is it really? When I ask the lawyers that I work with, the attorneys that I work with about their brand, I usually hear something like, yeah, we had someone design our logo a few years ago, or our brand, like my firm name, right? You know, so here's the real definition of brand. Your brand is what people say about you when you're not in the room. It's the feeling that your website gives someone. It's the tone of your intake call. It's the clarity of your process, the the kindness of your staff, the consistency of your message. All of this wraps into your brand. In short, your brand is the experience people associate with you. And whether or not they trust you, whether or not they remember you, whether or not they recommend you because of this experience that they have. That's why branding can never be a luxury. It's a growth strategy. Uh, the there are a lot of mistakes that are made when branding, but there's a mistake that most law firms make. So the branding mistake that most law firms make, and this is where most small law firm solo attorneys go wrong. They're branding themselves for other lawyers and not for their clients. They focus on sounding prestigious or impressive instead of sounding helpful, sounding human, sounding trustworthy to potential clients out there. You know, an example of this is when you have a website full of legal jargon or bios that lead with your law school and your honors instead of real client outcomes. Or you have messaging that says, we're aggressive litigators, but you show no client stories, no testimonials, no real values that provides the value of your litigation or the success for the clients of your litigation. Your clients aren't impressed by Super Lawyers 19. They're wondering, you know, when is that person going to call me back? How long will it take you to call me back? Are you going to fight for me? Are you going to treat me like a person and not just a paycheck? So don't make the mistake that most small firms, solo attorneys make. Because if your brand is to build to impress your peers, you need to shift that now. Because it's your clients that are paying you and keeping this business in line. It's not really your peers. The- You have to have a strong brand. You have to build this brand. And, you know, what this means is you have to incorporate some of these elements in building the brand. And, you know, I want to cover real quick, what a strong client-centered legal brand actually includes. There's about 4 or 5 key elements to this. Number one is positioning. What is it that you stand for? What do you stand for? What does your firm stand for? What makes you different from every other firm in your practice area? What problem do you solve better than anyone else? Is it we help women rebuild their lives after divorce? We help fathers build their lives after divorce, whatever it may be. Is it we're the bilingual personal injury firm that treats clients like family? Is that what you stand for? Those are some examples, just pulling them out here. The second element is your voice and tone. How do you sound? How do you sound to your clients, to potential clients? Is your tone, is it casual? Is it formal? Is it reassuring? Is it empowering? What is that tone? It should match your audience and it should be consistent. It should be consistent on your website, on your social media, on your emails, and on your intake calls. Consistency with voice and tone and the message that you're trying to rely. The third thing is your visual identity. How do you look to the outside world? Yes, your logo, your color, fonts, photos matter. They do matter. I'm not brushing that off. That visual identity does matter. And these photos, fonts should reflect your values. Is your firm warm and welcoming? Or is it elite and exclusive? These should be consistent. You can't come out with this elite looking, exclusive looking logo and then your photos look warm and welcoming. Keep the same tone. Don't mix and match. Fourth is the client experience, that element. How do you make people feel when they interact with you? Your brand lives in the small touches that you have. How you answer the phone, how clearly you explain yourself, how easy it is to schedule an appointment with you, how quickly do you return phone calls and messages. Your brand equals the experience that these clients have. And I guess number 5 would be reputation. What are the people saying? What are they saying about you? Reviews, testimonials, word of mouth, social proof. All of these reinforce your brand. Are your clients saying what you want them to say? If not, you got to close that gap. So to build this brand, you really don't need a huge budget or a marketing team to build a memorable brand. You need to be intentional about it. And here are some 3 simple things. Here are some 3. It's been a long day. Here are 3 simple things that you can do this week. Audit your online presence is one. Google yourself. Does your website tell a clear story? Do the reviews that you have reflect your values? Does your tone feel aligned with your client base? If not, pick one of these things to fix. You can rewrite your bio or replace stock photos with real shots of your office. How is that? However that may be. Two, you can refine your brand message. And you can do that by answering this question. What, it's been a long one. I'm sorry, people. Why do clients choose you? And what do you want to be known for? Think about it, write it down, and use this message everywhere on your homepage, in your intake script, in your email signature. Come up with that line. Why do they choose you? And what do you want to be known for? The third thing you can do is collect and share more client stories. Start, building habits of asking for testimonials. Uh, you can even record, with their permission, 30-second videos of happy client, um, uh, you know, telling about their situation and how you help them. Storytelling builds trust, and it builds trust faster than any outside ad could. And these small actions could bring, you know, big brand equity to you. So, let's kind of go back over this. Your brand isn't just your logo. It's your promise, your presence, your reputation. And if you want your firm to grow through referrals, trust, and recognition, you got to start building that brand with purpose. You got to know what you stand for. You have to speak to the clients, not just other lawyers. You have to be consistent in voice, visuals, and experience. And you have to give the people a reason to remember and recommend you. So if you want help defining your brand and refreshing your message, we're going to try to put a worksheet out in the link, the law firm branding blueprint. Also, feel free, and this is what we're here for, is schedule a exploratory call and we can talk it out. Uh, Thank you very much for listening today. If today was helpful, leave a review, share it with friends, book that exploratory call. All right, I'm Greg Copeland. This is The Right Hand. See you next time. Thank you very much.